Welcome to the Thinking Green News Moment. I'm Chris Schneider, and today my guest is Eric Powers from Hybrid Fest. Welcome, Eric.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for having me.
So, Eric, tell me, how did Hybrid Fest start?
Well, Hybrid Fest was really just an idea I had and talking with some friends and said, geez, we kind of like to get hybrid car owners together. And then we sort of went from there. Said, well, we all love to talk about our cars, just like any car people. It might be a good opportunity for also to share our information with the public and educate the public as well. And so it grew from a very small idea among a couple of friends to a very large annual event.
So you've just completed your third annual Hybrid Fest.
Yes.
Tell us about your first one.
Well, the first one was an outdoor-only event. One day, we crammed as many things as we possibly could in that day, and it was a good test bed to get an idea of where we could go from there and sort of judge where the interest was. Since we were kind of sort of looking around for funding for this as well, we only had so much dollars to spend. It was a good idea to see was there interest, and we found there really was an overwhelming interest and need for knowledge.
I had seen cars there from all over the country and some really wild and wonderful things that people are doing around the country. What are some of those things that you saw at the first fest?
Well, at the first one, we saw everything from people coming from the East Coast, people coming from Canada, people coming from the South and Midwest. We had some people come from a company called A123 that had just had come out with a plug-in hybrid that they were working on, and they even drove down a Ford Escape plug-in hybrid, which was the first one I had ever seen. We even had an EV1, which sort of the backstory behind that, who killed the electric car, if people haven't seen that. Mm-hmm. That was there, as well as, you were there with some great citrus-colored insight, as I recall, and some other things to gain some people's attention to really educate people about what was out there. And
then how did that differ from your second event?
Well, after getting a lot of rain, just about the last half hour of the event, we really realized that going indoors was a better place for people to be able to see and spend a little more time perusing exhibits. It also offered opportunities for our sponsors and exhibitors to bring some things that maybe they wouldn't want to have exposed possibly to the elements. We still were able to do test drives and things as part of the event, even though a lot of the exhibits were indoors.
Now we've got La Crosse and Eau Claire and surrounding area viewers. Where is Hybrid Fest held, and when is it held, and how can people become involved in Hybrid Fest during the rest of the year, Eric?
Sure. Hybrid Fest is always held the third weekend in July in Madison, Wisconsin. We do it as part of the Dane County Fair. So the nice thing is people can come and see the fair. They just pay the regular fair admission, and then they, besides all the fun things they can see outside at the fair, they can also come into the exhibit halls, see where we are, and see the indoor exhibits and things we have there. There's lots of events that are a part of it, and if we have time, hopefully we can talk a little bit about that. But during the event itself, it's usually a whole weekend on Saturday and Sunday. There are some additional things on Friday for people who become members. During the year, really the best thing people can do is take a look at the website and contact us if they're interested in volunteering. It certainly takes a lot of planning to do a weekend-long event, especially one as large as this. In the first year, we maybe had 5,000 people. In the last couple of years, we've had over 10,000 people come and see the exhibits, and so you can imagine that takes a lot of planning, a lot of volunteering, and when people are there at the show, even when it comes around for the time of the show, there's plenty of opportunity to volunteer there as well.
So how do they contact you, Eric?
Well, the best way is to go to the website, www.hybridfest.com. There's a Contact Us page where you'll find our email address, info@hybridfest.com, as well as people can call me personally at the business number 608-729-4082. So really, there's lots of ways to contact us. We even have a little place right on the very front of the website where you can just put in your email address information there, and we'll keep you up to date on any kind of hybrid car happenings in your area.
Thanks for the great work you're doing there at Hybrid Fest, Eric. This is Chris Schneider with the Thinking Green News Moment.